And hello, ladies and gentlemen. As a guy here, I'm gonna bring you the battle between Temp versus Rag today. Does look like Rohirrim is also MIA today, so that's very unfortunate. Surprisingly, we got a really nice spread of people watching every single battle today. So that's actually really nice. So, I'm gonna run through all of the battles happening right now. Oh, well, today. So we have in Group A, we have Temp versus Rag, followed by Temp versus Pop. And in Group B, we have Atlas versus Brotherhood again. Again, matchups will be doubled up, so each of the teams get to face each other twice. Followed by Atlas versus RNG. Then we have Group C, um, RHM versus TOZ, and RHM versus Gus. We're going to be watching we're going to be trying to be watching the Temp versus Rag and Atlas versus RNG. Or, keep mixing up. So instead of using the abbreviated name, I use the actual name. So, Temp versus Rag and ATL versus RNG. I'm gonna just double check what Temp and Rag. I think, Rage Against is what the Rag is called officially. And I'm not sure what Temp was. Could be Templar. Nah. Ah, that would be a double up with names with Asia Division. It is Templars! Oh wow, that's gonna be very confusing with the Knight Templars and the Knight Hospitalis. But yeah, we're gonna be watching those battles today. Hopefully everything's gonna go alright. Alright. But I hope you guys enjoy. This is the South America Division scoring phase 2. It kind of lines up nicely. Last 3 days of scoring phase is coming, so our main tournament phase is coming up shortly, and we will get to see top teams fight it out against each other. So this scoring phase should decide who is the top 3. One from each group will move on to the main to face off against the champions from last season, who I cannot remember. But anyway, let us wait until the battle starts. About 2 minutes before the battle starts, we have a 14v14 on our hands. Does look like Temp gave up one of their guys to have an equal fight, because we did previously have 15 Temp members, and whoop, there he is. Probably restarted. People are raring to go. People are raring to go. Start time doesn't start in less than 40 seconds. 40 seconds. Less than 30 seconds now. That's when they can officially start. We're still waiting on one member from Rag, so not gonna see that. See whether or not one more member from Rag turns up. Hopefully he does. How's it going? 3 minutes, there is a 3-minute delay, so how's it going? Zordon? It's going alright. Templar, your Black Templar is supporting Templars in this. Hello and good morning, Black Templar. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Ooh, guess the others. Oh, yeah, they have to both agree. They have to both agree to a 14v15. Otherwise, we have to wait for Rag's final member to get here. It's actually go fish. So yeah. So, according to the original rules, if you come in with less than 15 players, unless your opposing team agrees to a 14v15, they can actually just choose to win outright. Um, so what that means is that if you come in with less than 15 players, your opposing team doesn't have to play against you and can just automatically just say we win and we're not we don't want to fight and we can't be bothered fighting. But in this case, Temp has agreed for a 14v15, so good luck, Rag. 14v15's on defense. Let's see if you can win. It is not actually terribly difficult to win a 14v15 on defense, that is. Here we are on Hidden City. We're gonna have a look at their unit compositions. I do hope Rag has a plan, or maybe Rag is just better overall in order to make up for their 14v15. We got a lot of Medows coming out from Temp. Jesus Christ! Save us from this berserker hell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 berserkers being chosen out from Rag here. I do believe that berserkers are going to go absolutely crazy when we come to a fight. Gonna have to be real careful. We have 1 monastic knights, 1 catapult lancers. Very interesting to see how many sergeants. How many sergeants? 3 of them, in fact, being chosen out. We got 1 Metallictor only, and 2 Shenjis being chosen for Rag defense. So, interestingly enough, 1 Madao. Wow, that is really brutal. If Temp brought any cavalry besides Keshigs and Northlands cavalry, the amount of pikes is clearly not enough. But this super interesting. Rattan Vipers. First time I'm going to be seeing these guys on the field. Rattan Vipers can be extraordinarily difficult to deal with because that damage reduction out from the Rattan Vipers should not be underestimated. You can get up to something like 80% damage reduction. Sorry, not damage reduction. The attack debuff. So 80% attack debuff. Um, So, I mean, I've seen plenty of times heroes struggle to kill Rattan Vipers because Rattan Vipers reduce their damage so much that you honestly cannot damage them. Come on, don't send me out into the oblivion. Oof. A rush here from the left-hand side. Temp might do a climb. But that would not be really good, mainly because there's so many Berserkers out on the field as it is. Less Berserkers than before. What happened to my Berserkers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We had 9 before, now there's only 7. Guess they didn't want to rely on the Berserkers. Massive climb! We got 4 members already immediately popping on top of the wall here. One of these poleaxes is about to go down almost instantly. Everyone just dropping everything on him. We got Iron Reapers being thrown in. Gonna try to bait a Treb here. Berserker's also rocking around. Oh, one hit. Iron Reaper's doing very well here. That was the luck of the draw there. No Trebs actually hit them directly. We got Berserkers rolling around. 2 more members from Rag goes down. And cannon does go down. We got the siege tower getting pushed, but more units are rocking up. Berserker piles is coming. Doing super well though to survive. No, not a single member from TEMP has died yet, even with all the Berserkers literally littering this wall here. Medals rocks up, but I think this is a mistake. Throwing up those Medals just gets instantly eaten up by all the Berserkers. Oh, they are super ready. This is really good. This is really good, actually, because using Berserkers with weaker units actually gets you way more efficiency. And what's also important here is that Berserkers don't need supporting units to be very strong. They need supporting units to tank damage on occasion. So, actually, if you throw in Berserkers with weaker units, it's amazing. We got Iron Reapers being let go, going straight in for it. Berserkers just need to start the fight here. Oh, lethal march right into the front of the Berserkers. Instantly drops 2 of them. Gonna have to be careful. Gotta break up that formation, or more Berserkers just need to be thrown in. Royal Janissaries at the front. Chop, chop, chopping. There's another Rage out. Back and the front are moving forward. And really difficult to deal with those Berserkers as they go on for another Rage, healing for that 4,500. And they move on forward. Again, the Berserkers really need protection from getting outnumbered there. A point is getting captured. Did look like they let go of A, not sacrificing all of their Berserkers. The pickup from Rag is really low, in fact. I thought they would do much better in that. Probably in the backside, losing a ton of weaker units by the looks of it. Actually losing a Claymore. Temp also grabs the left-hand side. I think Rag is going to be pushed all the way back to the base point, and that's not good. That's not good. Giving up so much space. And also considering that not a single artillery has been blazed down by Temp. 8 artillery, oh no, 7 artillery being placed down by Rag. Gonna be not a good start off for Rag here. But then again, you're a 1-man down as well. Gotta be a little bit cautious. Gotta really get that value out of each unit you have. Can't really take fights that you can't afford. And we have some Nathan guards. Definitely something you do not want to see in an alleyway. It is absolutely terrifying when you see those flames rocking through your units and all of your units start suddenly flailing around, frightened by the flames. Whoa! What was that? Whoa! Grape Shot, where are you at? Wow, so far away, and it annihilates someone instantly. Killed his horse, and probably when he dropped to the ground, he just instantly pops. This is probably a strategic mistake from Rag here. They move up onto the left-hand side. Left-hand side, normally the strong side, but right-hand side is easier to grab, mainly because of how it's positioned from this supply point to this supply point. Really do not want to take a full contest. Again, Rag going down one more time. Berserkers don't exactly... Ooh, the Flamers dealing with the Berserkers pretty easily, actually. Without the rage, I do not believe that they were able to push out the fight. We got some Keshiks in the back, but where are they? There they are. Rag actually winning out with a massive pile of heavy infantry. They push on forward, in fact, but right into the Flamers. Rag, this is probably a dumb move. Wasting quite a few units. You should have picked. You should have really. Oh, another grenade incoming, but that is not going to do much effectiveness as your front line has basically disappeared. I think you've lost two Iron Reapers and one Royal Janissary. Whoa! What was that? Try as you may. There's Northern Lands Cavalry. I think kind of bugged themselves out there. Ooh, even this backfight happened as well. Cataphracts coming in through the backside. Really early, I think. This charge is not going to go all the way through. He's going somewhere where I don't think he's chosen a very good spot to go through. The charge is about to run out. There it goes. Really needs to control his unit, otherwise he's going to allow to lose a lot. Here comes a good old mortaring. Gotta be really careful when you activate those cataphracts. Cataphracts mostly get out unscathed. We'll just run around. Berserkers? Whoa, what is this? One Berserker here. Oh my god. 3 Berserkers actually tanking down some free Imperial Pike Guards. Jahat, you really cannot... I cannot really stress how important it is to make sure that you watch your units carefully, including retreating units. Does look like one of the Rag members clocked out. Herbideath! Oh man, this is even more brutal. Now it's a 13v15. One of their members is clocked out for the rest of the game. Monastic Knights pull off their charge. My goodness, if you're going in for a charge, do not... if you're going in for a charge, especially when it's like that, do not waste Imperial Pike sending the entire pile of infantry down to the ground. Rag is being aggressive, not allowing the TEMP to set up. Berserkers in the back doing their job. What is this? Spear Sergeants, in fact. My goodness. A good exchange here. The Berserkers are absolutely eating up the guys at the back. I think the Iron Reapers should be able to deal with them. Go crazy? No? No crazy. Alrighty, those Berserkers are easily dealt with without the ability to rage. This is a token force. They can go straight in for this. I'm surprised to see some Spear Sergeants out on the field, but they have gotten super cheap. So if you need a shield wall, maybe Spear Sergeants would be better than the Imperial Spear Guard normally for the cheapness. If you need cannon fodder, they do just as well as Imperial Spear Guard, or actually less effective. But I would not actually underestimate the ability to deal with cavalry. But then again, getting charged is basically a surefire way to die. Here comes some Rattan Vipers. Rattan Vipers is going to be... Oh, man. Depending on how they use the Rattan Vipers, Rag, I actually think Rag can actually hold off at least one attack. They have heaps of units, and if you have the Rattan Vipers shooting in to reduce the effectiveness of those units, you could win. You could honestly win. The only problem is that the Metallitor at the back is going to definitely do most of the damage. And we've already got the Rattan Vipers already shooting in. Coming in from one direction is probably a mistake from TEMP. You can really outmaneuver Rag here, especially since you know you have 2 extra people. We got a massive Pike Village Watchman fight at the back there. Interesting Treb coming in from the side here with Imperial Pike. much. Medel's sort of holding. Flamer's shooting towards the wrong target, I think. She really need to shoot towards the top side. Again, coming in with the Spear Sergeants. Spear Sergeants really don't need to advance through anything. I think the Flamer's dealing with most of those low tier units. Really unnecessary. But they do win out on all fronts now. They keep pushing forward. Some reason, something killed all of the Rattan Vipers. That's very unfortunate. And Rag is fallen down like... Well, most of Rag is dead now. Base point is getting captured. What do we see? We got some Iron Reapers here flanking on the right-hand side. I think they needed... I think what they needed was a death pile. And a Berserker death pile is just absolutely terrifying. You should definitely have engaged all of your Berserkers all at once. That is the best way. Berserkers are very, very, very good at protecting each other. More Berserkers, the better, because it's very difficult to deal with small units all at once. And when you get surrounded by a bunch of Berserkers, it is terrifying because one goes crazy, the other goes crazy, you don't know who to aim, so you have to deal with the entire pile all at once, or you just die. Rag had some very interesting aggressive plays, but doesn't work out mainly because I think it's a 14v15, and also I think their timing for some engagements were a little bit off. The engagements in the back half was working out very well, really disrupting Temp's ability to set up for an attack, but I think Temp also telegraphing too much with an attack on the right-hand side, coming in from one direction, really need to split up some forces when you're getting choked out like that. Your flank needs to be protected, or you need to engage the flanks with your own flanking force. So there we are. That is the first battle. Maybe we'll get a second battle. Maybe Rag will get a 15th player. Hopefully Rag gets a 15th player. Hate to see it, but as you can see, exchanges here, mostly from the surf side, getting absolutely smashed on the north. But we also have to be careful because Berserker's having a really low unit count does shift this death counter to be very odd in certain sections. As you can see, this one was a good pickup, but they actually lost a lot of Berserkers in the second lineup, losing the rest of them in the third one. And finally, didn't having very much for the last one, of course, so they only lost a very few units. Or that's swapped around. Yeah, that's probably swapped around actually. But anyway, on to the next battle. Rag versus Temp. Templar is looking very strong to win right now, but Rag, I think you might be able to contend against Templar if you had your 15th player. But nonetheless, we are here watching them, and we're going to be watching them closely. See if they can make up their defense with an attack. But here is the tricky part. It is harder, much harder, to win a what the hell? Caps lock. Oh. There we go. Oh, man. Rag is probably just happy to be able to fight by the looks of it. A lot of people are raring to go. Out of the SA teams, I do think that Brotherhood and Atlas are pretty much one of the strongest. I think Rohirrim did fight the last time. Templars, I think this was the first time Brag. Oh man, actually, I take that back. I've seen some of these names before. I think a lot of these teams have fought in previous seasons, but I'm not sure if the members are the same. Interesting, but to say the least, we've still got the next battle to go. Hopefully, Rag can pull off a miraculous victory. I do like it sometimes when you pull off a cool, good old 14v15. But in this scenario, Rag really needs to pull out something. Rag really needs to pull out a good strategy to make up for their lost member. Here on the attack, it is kind of brutal, and we're on Sun City. We're on Sun City. Holy cow! We're on Sun City. I didn't even realize that. So unlike the Asia division, the South America division gets to choose where they attacked, and Sun City is an interesting map, mainly because I don't get to see it too much in the tournament style. So the A and the B point both being on the wall gives Rag an opportunity to flank, getting only one of them. Templar's single-mindedness of only defending 1 point will probably be abused here in this case. Rag being able to outnumber them on one flank and crushing them. So let's see how well they do on the exchange. Here we go for the second battle, and we're going to be having a very quick look at their unit composition. Again, going out with a lot of berserkers. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 berserkers, 6 berserkers. No, wait, 6 berserkers. Lots of heavy infantry. Very interesting choosing Sun City and going super heavy on the infantry. We got lots of Iron Reapers, lots of Royal Janissaries. I think they realized that Temp also going out with heavy infantry. This is probably not the best matchup, but lots of Medaus being chosen does mean that cavalry would be less effective. So this is probably like a fourth dimensional chess move here. So baiting out a cav heavy lineup to make up for their lost number, but instead going in with the super heavy infantry and going to beat everything out, because Medaus classically do not fare well against other heavy infantry, especially the Royal Janissaries. Iron Reapers not so much, but the Royal Janissaries is a real pain in the ass for Medaus, as Royal Janissaries can cleave right through your formation. But nonetheless, we have the second battle about to begin. The hero lineup seemed very interesting for... Whoa! Rag. Spitz WB did just DC out of the game. I think that wastes one of your lives, in fact. That's not very unfortunate. Gonna have to be careful about that. Gotta rely on your own internet connection. And yeah, it does waste one of your lives. Moving on to the front side. Does push the siege tower. Nothing getting pushed. Berserkers. Oh, setting in the Iron Reapers in the backside. Interesting to see Iron Reapers being used for the backside. Really good move, in fact. I think the Iron Reapers will struggle to fight off against... yeah, we'll struggle to fight off against the Medaus. So, setting them up would be a bad move. Setting them up without support is always a bad move, but we have 3 mortars being placed here at the front section. Interesting to see, probably to suppress all of the units here on this side as the siege tower gets on forward. We got 2 metallic towers coming out from Temp here, probably going to be used to suppress the siege towers. We got a couple of culverins being placed down alongside the naturals being used. Good hits, but a bit too early. I would focus on the cannons and stuff first. Really need those siege towers up early, otherwise you can just be blown out the entire time. As you can see, the Medaus will just rotate out of there. Front gate gets destroyed by what I believe to be... Wow, culverins towards front gate. Very interesting that they focus on the front gate there. Got 2 sets of ladders here at the front. Could use them. this middle siege tower will go down. The right-hand siege tower getting really close, but it will go down because they have a primed, yep, maximum time on that siege tower, I believe. Absolutely, absolutely a good job coming out with maximum times. Very often or not. Normally it gets destroyed early. Jewel Blade coming out here, destroys one of the mortars, chucks him in the corner, and he's gonna get smacked by all of those heroes just piling in on him. We got a couple of guys here at the front gate, maybe looking for a front gate push. I've seen this before, take a right turn straight up that right-hand side and get up on top. And yes, they do. Just Pike Militia, and what are you doing with the Spear Sergeants yet again? I love my Spear Sergeants, but they are not going to be very useful in this scenario. They also, having the Berserkers just go straight in. The Spear Sergeants are retreating. That's tragedy. Absolute tragedy just now. Royal Janissaries moved up here on the top sections. Not a terrible idea. Metallic Tors. Berserkers send them straight in, but nice trip right on top of them. Outnumber those. Whoa! Oh, okay, for a second I thought I just slapped a Berserker into oblivion just there. But piling in, this is one of the most important things, is Berserkers really need protection. Iron Reapers and Berserkers, deadly combo, absolutely eliminates double squad of Iron Reapers. Going in further, Iron Reapers should just be let go. Berserkers also should just be let go. The Treb probably was unnecessary, but Iron Reaper and Berserker combo wins the day. That Medal was sacrificed to hold for time. We got some. Oh, nice charge straight into the Imperial Spear Guard. Not even switching to sword, which I love to see, because flail, hail to the flail, baby. We love the flail. We love the flail reapers, if I do say so. But that Imperial Spear Guard will definitely be a pain in the ass. Temp gets thrown off the wall. Death Pile is doing its rounds here. Berserker and Iron Reaper is still going strong. Eats right through Medal and the Imperial Spear Guards going on forward. The heroes are desperately trying to hold this A point. I don't know why. I'd give it up at this point. It looks like they do. Natural wall climbs. Massive exchanges. Good pickup for Rag. This is absolutely huge. And what you need to, and that's what you need to do sometimes with when you're running a Berserker pile. I think Berserkers with other Berserkers are a good combination. Berserkers with Iron Reapers also a strong combination. And here at the supply point, very interesting to see that they actually give up the supply point. But worse than not, they're trying to run away their Iron Reapers, as it's just going to get caught here. I would have sent the Pike Militia in to hold for time. My goodness, you may as well let the Iron Reapers go at some. Man, if that kept going, I would have let the Iron Reapers go. Surprisingly, the Pike Militia does actually succeed in holding for time, but the Iron Reaper is severely wounded. We'll need some time to heal up. So they might be clocked out for the next few next minute or so. Oh, wow. What the hell happened to my shoulder just now? We got some rattan pikemen. Temp is being very cautious here. Gotta wait for Rag to make a mistake, but so far, Rag has been able to abuse flanking to win. So, although it's a 14v15, on the attack, Rag seems to be working out super well. 4 Berserkers, 8 Berserkers, so half Berserker squad. Let's see if it's going to work out too well. I mean, it could. The thing is that you have to be careful with Berserkers. You got to really pay attention and really whack them hard. Oh, we have a grape shot being deployed here at the front. Trebbing, not so well here. I would have trebbed high up on this section, mainly because it does look like they're congregating on this side, or treb this section once I get up to here. But they're on the point. Surf's being used to mostly bait. Iron Reapers charging at the Iron Reapers in the side. Actually catches a couple. Switch into sword immediately. We got Royal Janissaries And Iron Reapers collapsing on that Medal easily. We got Northernlands Cavalry in the back line. Whoa, we have also Keshigs gonna try to sweep right through. Does work out, but completely surrounded by Medals. The front line is collapsing really fast for Rag. Rag is getting pushed down by the Imperial Pike Walk, doing super well here on Temp. A direct fight is not what they wanted here. And definitely, as you can see, Rag is falling apart, people. Whether or not it's being outnumbered or whether or not it's just Rag not being very good at direct fights like this, especially en masse. Now with all of the units absolutely destroyed, the heroes are getting jumped on. Berserkers here in the center, still holding strong actually. Getting hit by their own Treb. Gotta really deal with these guys, otherwise you're gonna lose a lot. But that exchange out was pretty awful, if I do say so. If these Berserkers could still be being controlled, I think those Berserkers are still being controlled. Keep going, my dude. Don't even retreat them out. Just keep going. They're just ignoring them. Getting hit again. One by one, the Berserkers do. Oh, tries to run them out, in fact. Three getting run out here. I think the exchanges for the Berserkers shouldn't be too terrible, in fact. Can't really see. Sis, death, hero kills. Troops remaining, troops dead. Alrighty, and we have artillery spawns and runes? No runes. Oh, that's interesting. They actually have a rune section now. So, unfortunately, runes are not actually being used, so... Also, runes comes in with armor sections, weapon sections, so that's a lot of information to display just on a tiny board like that. It's going to be a little bit intense for the second set, but I'll be honest, folks. Rag is still up. Rag is still up massively. Look at the difference. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. Oh, wait. 6 units. 7 units. Yeah, we've got 7 units of high tier stuff. That is tier 4 and above. Whoa! One Pike getting caught out here. But Rag has got all of the good units still raring to go. And this could be very important because Templar needs to hold for 4 minutes. Comes down to a war of attrition. Definitely not going to work out for them here. I would definitely send the Berserkers here on the right flank where it's weakest. Have the Royal Janissaries distract them from the front here. Got to be careful as well. Royal Janissaries cover commander is strong, but you got to be careful of not getting wiped out as you're here at the front line. Pikes versing each other, but Templar just instantly disappears. Berserkers actually wipe out the Metallators. Oh, can't protect the Metallators from Berserkers. To fight to your very last here at the base point. But that's 6 minutes to last, and you just lost the C point. Maxed out. Rag doesn't need to go out resupply. They can go straight in. Trebbing at the far back. Good section. These Berserkers won't go down easy as they just whack right through that Village Watchman and a hero, in fact. Trebbing their own guys, so that's very unfortunate. Oh, it's a heavy hit on their own guys. Second heavy hit. Iron Reapers being deployed now. Should have used them there at the C point or not at all, because this is a fight for the finish. Royal Janissary just whacks the Iron Reapers into oblivion there as the Imperial Pike walks through, but they just walk out like it was nothing. Actually, losing a lot. Probably a second set of Royal Janissary. Probably when they turned around, they all died. It does look like that. Yeah, fight to the finish here. Templar actually losing. Oh my goodness. I would ask you, how did you lose? And it's just like, and sometimes it just sometimes direct battle like these works out in in Rag's favor.
The enemy is about to capture the final flag.
Together we stand.
And this is where the Berserkers actually work out massively for Rag. Templar really Templar really didn't deal with them as efficiently as they did before. Or maybe it's just that Rag was more aggressive this time. And that's surprising. More aggressive? You were on defense last time, so you're here on an attack, so you should be more aggressive. And that's what's showing the potential of the units, especially when you're coming into a unit that basically an all-rounder. As general battle goes on, start off really strong. I think the first section here was a couple of serfs being thrown up onto the wall, but absolutely demolishing that two squads in the back, followed by a push onto the A point, absolutely smashing them because double royal janissaries and continuing on to kill a Madao and a Imperial Spearguard. Then a little bit of a catch at the back. Then we got the major battle here kicking off on the side here, wiping a Madao on the left-hand side, continuing on to their defeat. Equal losses, though, here. Got to be very important. Equal losses. And then a landslide victory for the finish, mainly because of quality of units. You really do got to bring out your quality units when your team needs them. You can't really afford to go for attrition when you know the enemy just going to bring the highest tier unit possible. Here we go for a field battle. Actually, this is amazing. Rag going in 14v15. Rag might be able to pull off a field battle, but it's going to be a hard ask. But from the showings, I do think the aggressiveness is coming in for Rag, and I think it's going to be pretty impressive that they win here. Whew. Field battle, here we go. Or did it automatically give it to Temp, even though it goes to a field battle? I just got informed. Apparently, the Atlas versus Brotherhood has a bug, so they restarted the game. First time I've ever seen a restart. That's impressive. Second time bug as well, so hopefully we get on that. Does it come down to a tiebreaker? I think Templars are going a bit regretting right now going in for the whatchamacalls it 14v15, and they're the guys with 15. Although you would be a little bit of a spoiled sport if you didn't go for the 14v15, mainly because I do think Rag really wanted to participate, and I think this is also very important. So we're going to wait here just for a little bit for the grassland assault to begin. Oh man, Rag really needs a substitute. I'd be begging to see if they could get one guy from a different team, but that would be unfair. But you can have up to 20 players, so you have up to 5 substitute. So really should get in some substitutes sometimes. And I mean, like, swapping them out could be very useful depending on whether or not attrition. Do remember that Temp actually has a second set of battles after this. We won't be getting to watch that since we will be switching over to one of the other ones. But hopefully those ones don't get cancelled on me. Whew. This is going to be interesting because I'm wondering which team's better at cavalry. Both teams didn't seem very good at cavalry. Cataphracts at the last time, not really making very much value, coming in super late. think it's funny. I think it's funny, though. 14v15, 1-to-1 right now. Here, deciding it on a tiebreaker. I'm going to have to be honest, though. A Berserker pile absolutely... Oh, no, not even a Berserker pile. It was an Iron Reaper with a Berserker pile. And that's what always gets me. It's just like a little bit of support. Berserkers go for a mile there. Because when you push in onto a Berserker, the Berserker gets pushed back, and so that the other unit actually goes in. Maybe something like an Iron Reaper is necessary for support here on the higher tier end, to help out Berserkers really get that value. So I think Berserkers are one of the units where it's just like they hit above their efficiency can go crazy. But they have a limit to their stats, so really getting outgunned here by the higher tier units, especially when you're going up against Iron Reapers or Royal Janissaries. And thank you for the follow, Blitzkrieg FTW. I mean, I don't have my sound announcements on, mainly because this is a tournament battle, so I don't have any sound cue. I don't have any sounds. Well, special sound effects in this scenario. But Rag, I thought you could have done it. Your defense didn't show it, but your attack definitely showed it. I think Temp is fallen to pieces now, expecting an easy fight with a 14v15. But here on the Grassland Assault, it's the equalizer. Neither side has the defender's advantage, so pretty impressive to win an attack with less than 14 people. But I think in terms of strategy, Rag is stronger on the aggressive style, and I think Temp's going to be sent through a loop here if they're not careful. Gotta wait for the last member of Rag to appear. Hopefully he does. And it's going to be very interesting to see what kind of strategy Rag pulls out here on the Grassland Assault. They only have 14 players, so getting outnumbered on any battle, so it could mean death. And, again, landslide victory for Temp. It's going to be important in the smaller battles where they get split forces, but Templar could use this to their advantage and go all in on a AC push, or go for the safe option for an AB push, go for attrition, but we'll have to wait and see until the battle starts. Really do hope that, I really do hope that 14th member of Rag comes in. Does look like Atlas versus Brotherhood calls in the GG. Looks like Atlas won pretty fast against Brotherhood. I think normally the first person to say GG is either the, well, I mean, like, you could say it's either the winner or the loser, but I think from the looks of it, does look like, oh, well, I get to know later, but I'll probably get corrected on this later. It is a rematch, by the way. So what's very interesting is that in this scoring phase, both teams get to fight, all three teams in each group gets to fight each other twice. And that's really good, because a round robin style scoring phase is amazing to determine who is good. I mean, like, because you're just fighting so many battles in the first place, so you get a good sense about everyone's strengths and weaknesses. It can be a little bit taxing on the players who have to play twice in a row. And where the heck is your last member, Rag? Is he restarting his life? I don't have all day for this because I still have another battle to commentate, and if I don't have any time. And if I don't have any time to switch out between the battles, I'm gonna blame it on you. Normally, Grassland Assaults normally only take around about 15 minutes. I think they have 14 minutes on the clock. Rag is being really careful with internet connections here, and I give them the benefit of the doubt, but I really also was pressing for time here. Going for a triple battle means that maximum time. Around about 20 minutes is allocated for each battle. and we're running in on time already. 20 minutes for each battle. Some maps can go on for ages, some maps not so much. I think Hidden City went on for a long time, clocking in for about 19 minutes. And the second battle didn't go in for a super long time, but still clocking in pretty high at about 14-ish minutes. I think the weight between each of the matches is probably what's important here as well. So, in realistically, like, you'd expect these guys to just be you gotta be fast, man. The next set of battles is in 14 minutes. We can't. The Grassland Assault can come. The next set of battles in 14 minutes. Wait for this battle to end, so. Alrighty, he's finally here. Holy shit. Here we go. Grassland Assault between Temp versus Rag. Everyone's here. Everyone that well, where's number 7? Where's 07? Because there's, we actually only have, four people viewing this, and it's really funny as well. Actually, 03 is new. Wait, no. 04, 03. 06? 06 is new, actually. He's only registered for 1 battle so far. Oh my goodness. So let's have a look at their lineup. I mean, I didn't take very much caution to their unit for their hero choices because their heroes don't seem to have very much of an impact so far. They're doing a little bit of catches with the poleaxes, doing a little bit of knocking down with the short sword. But here we looking at lots of heavies. Temp going in with the triple moles. Not seeing if that's going to work out for them. Cavalry being used in Spade, exactly what I expected to see. Rag going out with a lot of medals, not too bad, but we got a couple of interesting outriders being put in reserve. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cataphracts being deployed by Temp here. No cataphracts being deployed by Rag. Very interesting pick. We got 2 Northern... Oh, wait, no. We got 2 cataphracts. 4 Northern Lands Cavalries, and 1 Keshig. What other things does Temp have, actually? We got Northern Lands Cavalry, 2 Tundras, another Outrider, Keshigs, and a Northern Lands Cavalry. Otherwise, I think they just filled out mostly for, with pikemen for the rest of their infantry. Medals definitely are strong contenders for field battles. Really need to use them because if you let the cavalry go uncontested, you're really gonna get your ass pushed. Alrighty, here we are at the start off. Definitely going for a safe style BC. Attrition style play from Temp would be the best play, going for a 14v15, so you automatically have that extra player's worth of units, better off using them, and better off using them in a scenario where you're playing defensive. Got grape shots being deployed, instantly shots in, going in, blocks off the grape shots here at the center, catching a couple of the outriders that were sent forward. Oh, really going to have the medals tank the shots here? Probably not the brightest ideas. Boom, boom, boom. Hello, Resident Sleeper Blitzkrieg. How you doing? This is a 3 minutes delay, so this, so you won't get to see exactly 5. Whoa, we got 3 more grape shots being placed down. A 4th one also getting placed down. A solid line. Going in hard as well. Imperial Pikemen going in for the march here. Right in. And this is good. Letting your infantry pile just go straight in. And it's a complete collapse here. Doing an amazing job. Let's see if they can hold for the finish here. The front section getting swept out. Oh wait, no, there's a friendly Keshigs. My bad. I was wondering why they weren't getting CC'd to hell. Oh my god, Temp, what are you doing? Massive pickup for Rag there. Very good assault. But here comes the cavalry. Too late, though. Your front line's completely blown to pieces. We got a berserker on the field as well. This is funny. This is funny because what happened to your guys, man? Like, all I see is dead Medaus from dead Medaus, dead Keshigs, and dead Keshig yet again. Temp, you really need to work together because in this scenario, you're now down. You're down massively. That, like, I don't think Rag lost that much, but 79 to 200 right now. And not to mention, they did lose important cavalry. 2 sets of Keshigs. That could have been very valuable. Here on the backside, does look like there was a little bit of a pickup, actually. There was a Tundra Human engaged. So actually, a Tundra Human versus a Cataphract could actually... That's actually interesting that the Cataphracts lost to a Tundra Human. A points getting pressured though. Gotta have to be careful. Gotta really look. Trying to use their cavalry to their advantage. Outriders can be a pain in the ass as they get bombard this Medal. The oh, Cataphract going straight in. Didn't see it until the last moment. Follow, yes. Rally to me. Volley charge or rally to me. United charge, whatever you want to call it. But good catch here. I think that's basically two Outriders for 1 Cataphract. That's worth it. Cataphracts are normally really good against ranged units, but I think that's actually 2 half squads. Oh no, that's tragic actually. If it's only 2 half squads, that means majority of those Outriders are still alive. I think the first one took a heavy beating. The second one didn't actually take that much of a heavy beating. Here at the 8 point, this is good as well for Temp. Outnumbering them on one side. Not going for the attrition play this time because they lost super heavy. 2 Medals about to go clock out because they're getting pressured super hard. Northern Lights Cavalry swings on through. Wow, I'm not sure what happened there, but they whacked something, and they whacked something really hard. Unfortunately, the Medal's holding in place. The Imperial Pike also holding in place. I think they missed. That's very unfortunate. 8 point getting grabbed here puts B in a very precarious situation as a triple cap could occur. This is the scenario where I'm just wondering whether or not Rag has any clue what to do, because we've already lost quite a bit. I think a couple of guys are already clocking out to some surf units, and it's going to be very important that you lost your Medals. Can't really afford to lose the Medals against other Medals, and that Imperial Pike Walk is working wonders right now. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. No matter how strong units get, Imperial Pike Guards will always be good because their advance is amazing. Absolutely godsmack amazing. Although sometimes you don't feel like it's gets anything good. Those Cataphracts going in very strangely gets cleaned up real easy. Actually takes out a couple of Keshigs. Whoa, what is this? Was it worth it? I don't think so, but catch on a little bit of the other cavalry is still not a terrible exchange. Catching some Northernlands cavalry here on the backhand side, around about 4 of them. So, this B point is solid. But the only problem is that Temp could push their advantage here and head towards that base point. Now, since their own base point is closed, it doesn't look like V-Gray has realized. Rag also can't afford to go for a risky play so early on. We still have about 5 minutes to go. So, going in for a little bit of defensive. Hero Pikeman marches super early. Gotta come in, swing by from the rear here. Ooh. Gets caught, so that's unfortunate. Smack, smack, smack. Interesting Keshik shards. Were you baiting out your own guys, or you're just helping them clean up some things? Cause, oh, and you lost some of your own Keshiks there. What are you doing? Stop letting them go. Oh no, Northernlands Cavalry is going to try to swing right into the Medal's front on. Does go for the left-hand side, but that CC is absolutely crazy. And trying to drag them out now. We got some Tundra humans rocking about, eliminating some folks. Whoa! We've also got a base push right now. Emergency callback is probably going to happen. Gonna have to get some reinforcements here on the back line. Keshig's beating out some Tundra humans. This is actually really good. Unfortunately, what are you doing though? With the Tundra humans actually winning out in the exchange there. So I'm gonna swing by over to the base point real quick. Oh, shite. It's outnumbered. The Medal's actually lost really hard. Probably coming in with the spare units. Wow, that was actually, I actually missed it, but like that Medal play was not actually the best. Now we're also fighting on C front. Although Temp has the advantage, they're losing on the smaller fights, which is not good at all. Oh no! Only one Berserker gets dead before that Grape Shot dies. Not bad, not bad. Berserkers doing their work. They did look like to build out Imperial Pike Guard. Not something you would really use to protect a point. You really need the Imperial Pike Guard to be used to defend. Not defend. Really need to use them as a unit that really blocks out. Or might go Imperial Pike March that Iron Reaper. Actually, it's really good that they're on the floor. If they were actually just to walk straight into that, they would take bonus damage. The only problem here is that these Iron Reapers are probably super low. But the Berserkers, they're not low at all. And I do think that the Berserkers should be able to beat out the... should be able to beat them out unless they get more support. And racing is actually a dumb move. They're actually better in attack mode. And this is the struggle. This is the real struggle. Retreating them out is actually a smart move. Would try to aim for some of the other guys. We also have a battle there at the A point. So let's quickly jump over there, as this match is pretty much going to go into attrition. Does look like C point is in favor. Will happen to go on a little bit longer. Will miss the first part of this fight, but does look like a landslide victory at A point as well, winning with a... What did they win with? I think they sacrificed an Imperial Pike Guard. No, Imperial Pike Guard's still standing. I thought there was a lot more bodies, but actually they're standing. Maybe Medals came in from the backside. Whew. Afternoon, New Lexicon. I am watching the Rag versus Templar fight right now, and this is a fight for the finish. This is a 14v15, by the way, and Templar's about to lose. Templar really needs to hold on to both A and C. They're stretching themselves thin. Reinforcements gets in it for for C, but what about A? with no points captured. The more points you have is the more victory. That's... Wait, 1 minute to go. It takes around about 20 seconds to cap. 40 seconds to get something. And the Berserkers are still here. Oh my god. This is really funny. This is really funny. These Berserkers have been here. These Berserkers are still not dead. Oh my god. What do you do? What do you do?
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
I don't know. I don't know if anything's happening here. It did look like to go for the base cap, but now going for B. No, not enough time for anything. And finally, the Berserkers die. But oh my god, I'd love to see those guys kill count. That's amazing. You know how many? They were there for 2 pushes and. Fight. 14 v 15. Well done, Rag. Holy cow. Really good usage for some of the Berserkers. I want to see your kill counts on some of the Berserkers. I didn't do this before, but I'm going to do it now. But look at this score. We got 1, we got 2, gone above and beyond. 1400, 1000. This is amazing. 1400 is 2 warbands worth of units. 1000 is a warband and a half. Anything over 700, you already killed a warband here. We got 2 people also ranking super high. The rest of them probably in the in the mids. So they rank in a little bit lower. But we got 2 people going close with the 600. Unfortunately, we got TEMP ranking super low. Probably the struggle to kill some of those high tier units out on the field. Only 1 person ranking up 700 and 875 kills very quickly. Very low hero kills for TEMP. Very high hero kills for Rag. Very important to see. Big win for Rag at the beginning, absolutely smashing that B point really easily, and then a little bit of a gain back as they solidified the A point here, and then attrition out on the A and the C point. The attacks were unrelenting and very intense. Anyway, we're going to be switching over to our next battle. Hopefully we get in for the Atlas versus RNG. That battle did finish up. What the hell? Are you kidding me? What? Really? Are you kidding me? I'm now... Oh my god, you guys... Guys cannot be serious! I asked for one thing! Why? Oh my god. Gonna be switching over to double fucking score again. What is this? You nearly had every single person here on the other side, and everyone's just gonna be watching the Temp versus Pup one. Sad face. I thought we agreed. I thought we agreed. I thought we agreed that you stop doing that now. Oh my god. Why would you do this to me? Berserker seems OP. Yes, yes indeed. I'm gonna send you guys to a quick ad, by the way. Holy cow. Two. Hmm? Oh my god. Not to mention I don't get to. Not to mention I thought we talked about this. Ugh. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, new lexicon. I do play ads during the changeover from the first set to the second set. But that happens. I'm gonna get. Oh, man, I am a little bit hungry. I'm gonna grab some jerky and some water. we talked about this. Yeah, I'm really upset again. They started a battle without waiting for me. I'm sorry, New Mexican. Yeah. It's just what I do. Also, it helps people get in on the battles. Go! There we go. Alrighty. Enough chewing on some jerky. So, got this next battle. We're going to be watching the Temp versus Pup instead of the one I wanted to watch. Atlas versus RNG. Anyway, having a quick look. We're on Sun City yet again. This is where... Oh my god! It's going to happen again, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 berserkers, 6 berserkers, 7 berserkers. We also have plenty of royal janissaries, so this is where it just becomes super confusing. No one's bringing any cavalry. Everyone, Temp is gonna fail because they actually brought too many medalls. Trying to face off against cavalry that's not going to exist. And I mean, like, they lose outright to royal janissaries. Iron Reaper's not so much. Iron Reaper's about 50-50. More moles. Wow, the number of moles keeps increasing. Last time it was like 2 from Temp. Now it's oh, was it 3? Always 3. Starting up the battle with a little bit of a firefight. Actually hitting double shot. That'll take about 2 shots to kill. Be very interesting to see it climb from berserkers. I wouldn't climb just because I saw those royal janissaries. Really need to have a little quick seat over the side here. Wow, going really hard on destroying this left-hand siege tower. What about the middle siege tower? I don't see very much shooting it. Got 1, 2 culverins shooting that one. 2 culverins shooting this one, I think. 2 culverins should work together to bring it down. I think you can bring 2 siege towers down with 2 culverins. The Talators and the culverins there will definitely bring it down. No wall climbs will probably happen. We've got a nice treb here. Really got to get on top of these siege towers and aim for those culverins out in the open. It's really cost effective, I really do say. The scariest thing here is that they can go straight through the front gate and do the exact same thing they did last time. Eat up these spike militia, eat up this medal. Oh wait, no, hang on. We have some medals here, which is which might make it a little bit more scary to go through. But all of the siege towers have been have got destroyed. Second set of siege towers should spawn in very shortly. Oh my goodness. Temp gonna be very cautious. Can't have a repeat from last time, but Pup is a whole new team. They're not facing against Rag, so sometimes the tempo, sometimes the tempo of the team might be a little bit, mismatched. They might have been gotten too used to the aggressiveness of Rag, so when they get something like this, a bit of a slow approach coming from Pup. Pup is looking for an angle, goes straight through the left-hand side gate. Instead of flanking from the front gate, they're flanking from the rear gate. Could be a terrible beginning. Royal Janissaries here on the stairs. Berserker's getting placed, interestingly enough. Good retreat. I wouldn't go up those stairs now. But solid here. Solid on both fronts. You're gonna have to brute force one of the sides, and that's gonna be... Whoa! Medals are out of position. Go! That's a direct fight. You can take that. Easy pickup. My goodness. I would not go for that second one. I would switch those around. You've created space on this side. Switch those guys around. Come on. Pup. You really needed to switch those guys to the stairs that you've gotten up. You've got space here. Royal Janissaries versus, you lost one of your Berserkers. What are you doing? Why would you use one of your Berserkers to slow down the enemy? You need to stay in a good old mass. You're outnumbered. You're heavily outnumbered. Royal, they're also coming in. This pile here. What are you doing? You're waiting for what? You can probably get these Falconettis now, but you're gonna have to lose this entire pile. Oh my god. Why do I call them Royal Janissaries? They're Royal Janissaries on my side. They would be called Silidars on your side. Well, sorry, I'd say your side, my side. Booming Tech calls them Royal Janissaries. That's what they are. That's what they're called in game. So right now, they're still called Royal Janissaries, and again, that's what I'll call them until the name change does happen. It might be a little bit confusing for you guys that play on the my.com side, because this should be your late night as well. So also, these guys are still called Metallators, even though that it's already tentatively named Falconettis on our side, and it's really confusing. More Berserkers actually getting eaten up by Iron Reapers there. That was an equal exchange there, I would say. Probably 2 Iron Reapers to 1 Iron Reaper and a Berserker. Actually, no. Like, that actually was worse. But landslide victory here on the front side. I didn't get to catch it since I was watching the backside so much, and I was talking for other things. My goodness. A little bit overcommitment onto the B side, just catching around about 6 guys, and you had around about 8 guys go to the B side. So whatever was left. Whatever was left at the A point, just getting slapped into oblivion. The Berserkers are just murdering what's on the ground here. I wouldn't take those Royal Janissaries. Royal Janissaries have classically shown that they can go toe-to-toe with Berserkers. So, Royal Janissaries and Iron Reapers, not really the thing I want to send my Berserkers against. Medals, not too bad. A fight against Medals with Berserkers is actually a good exchange. Especially if you can disrupt the formation of the Medals. Medals, if it's in dispersed formation, it's even better. Yeah, the names will be changed eventually. Yeah, the names are getting changed. So, that is a good thing. Temp. You've faced this situation before. There's a lot of Berserkers here on Pup's side, so you gotta have to be careful with your engagement. Losing out heavily at the beginning. A couple of surfs now and again. Using surfs to delay, not really the smartest move. You really gotta go in hard, and you gotta go in. You gotta go in hard, and you gotta go in fast. Sometimes you gotta dish the damage, because a lot of these guys, they tank damage all day. Berserkers tank damage all day. And if you don't kill them outright, you just end up feeding them more health. You don't see, oh, this is a Pike Militia, they're going to do a little bit of damage. No, they see Pike Militia and it goes free heal right here Free heal right here. Kill me, kill me. Treb's out. A little bit of a waste for the Treb, but maybe a little bit of positioning. Again, I would definitely try to aim for this section here. Sneak around in the back, aim the Treb. Sneak around here, aim the Treb. Or maybe when you're coming up for approach, come through here. Or maybe the enemy comes through here. But here we have a direct fight. Going to be shot with... This is really good. Metallators from far away. And we got a Tertial and a Shenji pile. Really need to move out of bombardment range. And no one here on the C point. Does look like they did a massive flank trying to see if they were going to defend. But I don't think... Yeah. I don't think TEMP wanted to defend. As you can see, they just run over a Royal Janissaries. Wow, you let a Royal Janissaries go? Again, like, small mistakes like this cost you the battle. Now you're down an entire Royal Janissary, and you're losing more and more serfs as we speak. This Treb here as well. You can't just let your guys be controlled for nothing. Royal Janissary smacks a couple of Berserkers out into oblivion. I see a massive battle raging on. But where are your troops? They're falling like flies. You're lemon training it one at a time as Pup just absolutely devastating your entire pile. You're not doing too hot. You're winning battles where you should be. You're losing battles where you should be fighting, and you're using weak units when you should be using your strong units. Look, you have all of these strong units, but they're coming in one at a time as the front line of Pup is still holding strong. Imperial Pike March incoming. That means a reinforcement style. Sorry, here comes a Medal to reinforce that line. Would put it in dispersed formation. We're changing to my.com. We're changing to my.coms. Mostly my.coms. Mostly my games one. You're finally gotten victory, but more units have just respawned and got in. TEMP also down. So many heroes. Lots of heroes down. I think this is mostly your first death as well. This is... Oh man, I can't stress enough how important it is to fight and fight hard. You're at the base point. What you're doing with serfs? What are you doing? Like, you've only engaged in a very few number of fights. You gave up the C point, you fought for the B point, and you fought for the A point. But here at the C point, you're coming out with serfs. You're trying to delay the enemy. You're trying to delay the enemy with what? Serfs. The entire enemy has all of their strong units out at the beginning, and you're trying to delay with serfs. And not even a lot of serfs. With just a few per serfs. It's insanity that TEMP hasn't got it through their heads that they need to solidify and they need to be strong. They're weak when it comes to their front line. They go in one at a time and they lose units one at a time. Only when it counts, only on the counterattack is when all of their units start engaging. You need to start having all of your units engage at the same time. You can't have one at a time. You need to have all 15 players ready to attack the other 15 players of Pup, because 15 players of Pup is what's coming at you. I don't expect anything less than 15 other players to fight against that pile, and that goes to show you that a strong, solid death ball cannot be stopped. Cannot be stopped. Simply cannot be stopped. It is imperative that TEMP really needs to solidify their gameplay. They're going in piecemeal, one after the other, and it's awful. I do want to switch over to Atlas versus RNG, but I'll continue on with TEMP versus Pup, since I have now started the first battle, and it'd be terrible to switch to the second battle now. So, let us have a look. A little bit of a fast finish, but that's what you expect when you come in with this kind of defense. You're coming in with a defense where it's just like just throw my surfs at them and hopefully they slow down. No. The surfs take only a few seconds to kill, not to mention that there's 15 players and 15 different units, all ready to kill them. You want something to slow them down? Use a shield unit. Use a purple shield. Imperial Spear Guard will take 5 times longer than any surf unit. Oh, wrong map. All I can say so far, I'm watching both of the Temp matches back to back. Temp, you really need to think. Welcome to South America, my goodness. Thanks, Blitzkrieg. Oh my god. I know I'm being a little bit harsh on Temp, but you've been blown through twice now. You were doing so well on the B side. The A side being lost is not too bad. But you're just simply not committing for the C point. You're not committing for your own base point, and it's just like, why? Yeah, I know, right? That's basically like seal clubbing. Temp, if any of you guys are in my stream right now, best piece of advice I'll ever give you, commit. The best thing you could ever do is commit. Go in hard, go in strong. If you're gonna fight, fight with the best. Fight with your best. Because if you fight with anything less, you're gonna die. At least you tried. Every single player from Temp that was dead at the end and still had good units left, that is your fault. That is your fault. You had an entire map worth of space in order to use those good units. Terrible exchanges happen. Bad fights happen. But if the bad fights happen, your best units will give you the potential to fight them out. But you didn't. Every single battle you lost because you sent in serfs. Serfs won't do shit. They lose in 2 seconds. They don't even delay for that long. Even berserkers will eat through serfs so fast that you're just like, oh my god, they're already on us. I do think you're better on attack, though. I say that again, actually. I do think... I do think that when you are attacking RNG, staying together is a good plan. Because attacking really revolves around being able to get through the enemy defenses. Flanking is an option, but sometimes flanking with a force too weak on one side instantly gets blown out and switching back to the good side. And defending is a little bit easier because You don't have to go into the enemy. You just need to delay them long enough where strong units can come smashing them in. So flanking in an attack scenario might not work out. Flanking in a defending scenario works out a lot. Because attacking normally is a solid group. And that's what you're doing. That's what you did for the last attack. You try to be a solid group. Unfortunately, the flanks did wear you out. But you won in the end. So hopefully, you're going to show me something worthwhile, because I'm not very confident in your skills right now. But the Berserker usage is kind of crazy. Both Rag and Pup going in with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Berserkers this time. Not as many as Rag did in the first one, up to 7. I think I counted 9 at one point. Javelin Sergeants actually being deployed. That's an interesting pick. Catapack Lancers, 2 Catapack Lancers available for Pup. Not a terrible scenario. After being beaten over the head with Berserkers, Temp decides to go in with Berserkers themselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my goodness. Change of strategy, a change of plan. Units have changed. Classes, not so much. Nothing really standoutish. Classically, got a lot of short swords. I mean, they still have the 3 long swords and the 3 mauls from last time, and similarly, 4 mauls for Pup, 3 short swords and 1 long sword. 4 muskets might be a little bit interesting, mainly because they're on the defense. But here we are, second battle between Pup versus Temp here. Oh my god, my ear. Alrighty. 2 Metallators here. We're on Hidden City. Normally you'd need at least 3 to suppress all siege towers. For perfect suppression, you can, I think 3 is safe pick. I think you can get away with 2. Mainly because you still have to use Culverins in order to make up for the lack of damage. And, whoa, we have plenty of Temp here on the right-hand side. Now, this is the scary thing. What the hell? Awkward. They have... Huh. Interesting to have the Alchemist just healing. I wouldn't go for a wall climb once I've been spotted. Being spotted like this is kind of like instant death. You need the first unit to get up uncontested. As long as you get the first unit up uncontested, you can get a second unit up. And if your first unit can hold, I wouldn't go for this climb. You're literally staring in the face of Royal Janissaries and Iron Reapers here at the front. You set them up instantly on the ground. Holy cow. Holy shit. Did you just see how fast that Berserker just disappeared? Throwing up a second Berserker. Again! Holy cow. Those Royal Janissaries are nothing short of strong, man. Why would you send them against the Royal Janissaries one at a time? You lost 2 Berserkers to that Royal Janissary already. You're a fool. Temp, stop being a fool. Don't go for a wall climb that you have no chance of winning. You have a siege tower now. Those losses, those 31 losses might seem small, but those are Berserkers, man. What are you doing? Half of those Berserkers. He might get support. This short sword will survive. I would have chucked him off at that point. Iron Reapers rocking on through. Slaps one of the... I wouldn't have gone down. Pup sends in their own Berserkers. Berserkers versus Berserkers. I think Berserkers win. Claymores come in for the support though. Roar of Fate, come on. Oh my goodness. Gonna win out, actually. This is massive. Roar of Faith with the Claymores actually held for a little bit longer than you would expect. But unfortunately, the Palace Guards come in for the distraction and definitely cleared that up real quick. Giving up the wall now, A point is getting captured. I think a little bit more battling on the other sides. Really, I think they were going for a setup for expressing the siege towers, but they let the left side one get in. How close to it was, how, was it close to death? Yeah, it was close to death. That's very unfortunate. Not able to send the siege towers down is pretty devastating. I would not leave this top section without opening the damn gate. And yeah, they just open the gate. Thank you. Someone's. Did they close it? Open the gate. There we go. Man, now this is really weird because the gate's not destroyed. Pup could actually come in here and shut the gate when they go for a push. Interesting that they use mortars, because classically in the Asia division, they'd put ballistas down. Mortars, yeah, they do a lot of damage, really good for getting in those nooks and crannies, but nothing puts the fear in the enemy than a good old ballista. Losing 2 units for free every time that ballista shoots is awful. Absolutely awful. Royal Janissaries is one of the few units that won't die getting hit by a ballista. If the Medals are not braced, they will die by ballistas. My goodness. You can't afford to make my face. Oh no! Yeah, nah, that was my face. I would have put my nah, my face was stoic. I was just disappointed that the decisions being made by TEMP just ended up being exactly as I expected. TEMP not doing a very good job at suppressing. I mean, like, Pup doesn't really need to contest this. Pup can just wait. Just wait until they make a mistake. Coming down onto the ground is going to probably result. I wouldn't go for a counterattack. Posture, sure. Where are you going? No. Oh my god. That is tragic. Gonna lose a couple of Iron Reapers. 3 Iron Reapers. Ah, man, the pain. Absolute pain. He went down on the right-hand side. Left-hand side still holding back. Smart move. Super Puncher going through the center. Distracts them here on the right-hand side. Could go down. The rest of their team could go down. Go for the right-hand side. They're actually outnumbered here on the left-hand side. Left-hand side, strong side. Super Poncho loses a couple of Berserkers. Not the worst exchange, but not something you want to lose. Again, small skirmishes here on the right-hand side, mostly pertaining to some Berserkers. But massive battle kicking off right here at the center. Imperial Bike Walk right through the center. We got some Iron Reapers facing off against something strong. Iron Reapers versus Iron Reapers, probably. This Imperials. What are you doing yet again? Why is your Palace Guards at the back? Your Palace Guards would have been your best bet against that Imperial Pike Walk, but instead they were near at the back, and you let something else tank the front. I think your Iron Reapers and your Iron Reapers went in first, instantly getting clapped, and now we also have Shenji supporting. Absolutely just getting destroyed there. Getting pushed back up. A second loss. Half loss. You didn't lose outright, but you lost a lot. And I mean a lot.
Child's play.
And now the losses continue.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
In scenarios where you're spread, in scenarios where when you're spread thin, you're at risk. You're at risk of losing both sides. All right, let me just give you a tip for strategy. In a defender's scenario, they only have to move as far as these supply points. They can still get to the B point, but when you're the attackers, you have to walk all the way around this area. The amount of time it takes for your rotation versus their rotation, massive difference. It is like 10 seconds, like 10, 20 seconds to get from here to here. And this is in the safe zone, by the way. You can get to here really easily, but these guys can intercept you here at the bottom of the stairs or here just on the backside. If you're going this way, they catch you on the backside here, they'll destroy you. No, you're it's not that they have no control, no focus. It's they have a plan. It's just a bad plan. Or maybe letting those Iron Reapers go was no, well, just like again, like you gotta be careful about your units, especially when you're using overly aggressive units. Again with the Spear Sergeants, I love my Spear Sergeants as well, but not something that I would use. And this is even worse. You stopped moving. Keep shooting. Why would you pull off? Or maybe that was preemptive. Nice move. Dodging the counter mortar fire. Kicking off with a strange fight here. Getting deathboxed on 2 sections. Talator's shooting in. Already taking a lot of damage. Medal's actually win out against the Royal Janissaries in this scenario. Royal Janissaries not winning means that you're pulled off in some scenarios. Berserkers here and ouch! Berserkers going crazy with support from Iron Reapers. Iron Reapers actually clock out as the Berserkers are still going with Medal's reinforcing. Again, Temp losing massively in a war of attrition. I think the exchanges were quite even, but what happened to your heroes? So many of them are dead. Did look like we had a push towards the left-hand side, but the right-hand side getting swept out. Oh my goodness. Take this as a lesson, people. Take this as a lesson, people. Sometimes the enemy defenses are ready for you, and you get attacked on all sides. This is important about positioning as well. Hup was ready when he came down. There was no preparation for the second attack. No preparation for the second attack. You just got your units, went down. You tried to do preparation for the first attack, fails. Well, sorry. You did preparation for the first attack failed. The problem here is that you just went straight in for the second attack. I could give you the benefit of the doubt that you're running out of time. Actually running out of time. You got 2 minutes now. The only possible option you can take is going through that front door, because you can't go for any of the supply points. You can only use those siege towers up on the wall to do a flank. You cannot afford to get stuck here. Pop, if they were smart, would hold you here. This is the smartest thing. That is the smartest thing that Pup can ever do. Hold you here. The dumbest thing Temp can do is fight on this siege tower. They're already supposed to have the wall. I'd take that Treb. I don't care. Having superiority of units right now is massive, and they're just cleaving right through whatever's left of Temp. Even if it was dumb, go through the front gate. Because if you get through the front gate, you plow right through to the B point. You have no time, and that is your only chance of victory. The only reason you go up these siege towers is to flank. You cannot afford to be stopped at this siege tower. They only have one of the siege towers up, actually, and it's it would, again, only reason up the siege tower, down across, hits them from the side. That's the only time. Otherwise, everyone else needs to be at this front gate, having every single one of the defenders congregate, go for the front gate push. For the last 30 seconds, we're gonna be watching Temp get run out here, but I think Temp is a classic example of trying to do something without knowing why. Because they're mixing and matching certain strategies from, well, they're either coming up with their own strategies or from, like, other strategies from other teams without understanding why they work and how they make it work. Their preparation work was a little bit sloppy, mainly because they use mortars instead of ballistas. Mortars can be good depending on how the defender's set up. But in this scenario, I give Temp the benefit of the doubt that they were going for mortars because they knew that the enemy was going to hide behind stuff. But I'd still use a combination of ballistas and mortars because you want to keep certain avenues free. That's why the ballistas on the front side are very important. When you're coming in to suppress certain sections, the map is very, how to say, straight. So from the wall, you can shoot ballistas straight down entire streets. And if you lock down the major streets, because you can lock down the left-hand side major street right across B, and then you got the major streets close to B on not next to the wall, but the streets after the wall on either of those sides, that's huge. You basically pressure the enemy into positions where they're either clumped up right up against the walls or right up against the sections of the buildings away from those major streets. And that is very important when you're doing preparation work for your attack. You want your enemies in a certain position. You can tell where the enemy is by using certain artilleries to follow the projectile. That's a good strategy. That's a good scouting method. And then you plan your attack, but you attack on two different fronts. You attack on two different fronts too slowly as well, and it's just mind-boggling when I'm seeing this. Hopefully, I'm gonna wait around and see if I can get the ATL versus RNG, see if they go for a third match. But probably gonna end it. I'll probably end it soon, as again, I don't expect a third match could happen. Chances are is not too low, I would say. Yeah, GG, well played. But anyway, want to see if I can actually. Nah, wouldn't matter anyway. It'll be 3 minutes behind. It'll be a delay. Thanks for the little bit of catch up then. Thank you for the follow, Reckoning SC. Thank you for the follow, MTS. I think it's like mounts. Alcova. And thank you for the follow, Z Mercenary LX. So again, I'm just gonna see if there is another battle for ATL versus RNG. Once that's finished up, I might do a little bit. I'm hoping you guys can help me with a surprise raid on one of my friends. Kind of wanna surprise him. Be funny. He's also playing a really cool game. Surprising how long this battle's going for. I'm gonna check out, see if anyone who's watching the ATL. There we go. Should have ended actually. That means they actually got the B point. Holy cow. I'm watching a replay right now. Well, I'm watching one of the other streamers right now, and it's going to end up being a gonna be a little bit of a struggle. All right. Okay, so that's the end. Okay, so let's see if I can. Is there a third battle? Is there a third battle? Is my question. Is there a third battle? Is there a third battle? Is there a third battle? Come on. No, two. Okay. All right. Okay, thanks. I can end it there. Holy cow. I do think in this scenario it is RNG who wins, but whew. All right, with that ending. All right, so I'm gonna surprise my friend here. So I hope you guys can help me out by rating my friend. Watch him for a little bit. He's playing a really fun VR game. But other than that, not tomorrow. On this Sunday, we're going to be watching, on the 26th, so we're going to be watching all of these teams yet again. Again, a little bit different, a little bit set up for difference. But on the 26th of the 6th in the morning, on the 26th of the 6th, we're going to be watching Group A, PUP versus RAG, followed by PUP versus TEMP. Group B is going to be RNG versus BH, and RNG versus ATL. In Group C, we have GUS versus TOZ, and then GUS versus RHM. My goodness, what is wrong with me? But for the battles that I put down, I'm going to be watching the GUS versus TOZ, followed by the RNG versus ATL. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are going to help me out with rating my friend here, and I hope you guys enjoy watching him playing this really cool VR game. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. My name's Azakai. Have a nice day. Bye now.